used to be full-time as an artist at one point in my life, and I actually think back to that freedom I had of time, and I think it was too much. When I had all the time in the world to be in the studio every day, I wouldn't even create anything amazing. But when I'm now in my life where these moments are 2 or 3 times in a month where I can be sitting down and making music, I'm getting there fast. Hey, I'm Farah, also known by my artist alias Ninja. I'm a DJ, music producer, curator at IMS, podcaster, and just became a label owner. Because my surname's N1NJA, ever since I was a kid, people would always call me Ninja, just as a, play around with the letters. I just kind of started really loving the whole vibe of ninjas. The point that they're always in stealth, they move in stealth. You cannot predict what they're about to do. They have so many tricks up their sleeve, and it's kind of oh, that was a ninja move, right? That kind of really started to play into my whole life because I was always the underdog. I did always feel quite misunderstood in school, and then suddenly a ninja move would happen and people oh, didn't see that coming. My process, it always begins with the groove. Obviously nice kick drum, but really a bass line that's anchoring, creating that nice groove. And then I am quite inspired, obviously, by my roots, which are India, East Africa, and Pakistan. A lot of the time you might hear, some beautiful Indian instruments which are played by people that I've sought out, dug deep to find the people that have been trained by the greatest in India, either tabla or flute or whatever it is. I love the mountains. I feel there's an energy in mountains that's supercharged. I just seek it out as a treat because I'm a very it's either 1,000 miles or it's 0. You need to have a yin and yang. Yeah, so I do go to the mountains a lot. I meditate. I'm very into that whole wellness world. I love going to the sauna, steam room, swimming, and just hiking a lot. Nature is so important. So this was the debut track on my label. I feel Alpine is hopefully one of those records. It cannot be associated with a specific time. It should just be played hopefully it'll stand the test of time. So I wanted it to be very reflective of where I see this label going, which is basically my creative canvas to put together these loves of motorsport, of speed and music. One of our ethoses is to kind of try and sample the sounds of speed, and that can mean in various forms. So I do love skiing. For me, it was trying to sample the sounds of the skis, trying to sample the sounds of the snowmobile, and start to come up with interesting textures from that. And so that's what we did, basically created, high percussion out of the skis, with the snowmobile, used it as textures for some of the rolling bass and stuff, layered obviously with other things. Because one of the values of the label is to try and create timeless music. I think it comes to values, not being afraid to walk away from things if things just don't feel value aligned. I think that's honestly the most important piece of advice, because even if somebody is who they are and whatever doors they can open, at the end of the day, you don't want to get trapped in something that you feel uncomfortable in. And I think that it always comes down to listening to your intuition. And also that you have to create your own success. You cannot wait for it to fall on your lap. If you want something, if it's not happening, you've got to go and tear down the wall. Make it happen for yourself, because nobody's going to hand it to you. No one is going to do that. You've got to build it step by step.